Everybody. As we have started with the helping verbs, verbs to be we had done in our last class, and today we are going to continue. So let me just share my screen. Yeah. So in the last class, we did the verbs to be, right? So in our last class we saw there are two types of helping verbs. They are auxiliary verbs and modal verbs, and we can divide auxiliary verbs into again three parts, that is to be, to have, and to do. And we also saw, like, for to be we have the verbs like am, is, are, was, were, be, been. And for to have we have, has, had. And for to do we use do, does, did. Yeah, I hope you remember. And I have explained like how to use the to be verbs in our sentences and when we are going to use such verbs in our sentences. Yes, there are certain rules and regulations which we should follow. So everything I have mentioned in my previous video, so I request you to go to my previous video to get detailed understanding about how can we use the verb to be in our sentences. So today we are going to see the verbs to have and to do, right? Okay, so let us move to that slide. Yes, so to have, we all know, for to have we have got the verbs have, has, and had. We use have when we use the pronouns I, you, we, they. We know that these pronouns, that is we and they are plural pronouns. We is the first person plural pronoun, and they is the third person plural pronoun. But here one thing more is there, that is whenever we are using I as a pronoun and whenever we are using you as a pronoun, we always use the plural form of the verb, right? Because with I we always use a plural verb, and with you actually we use you for referring a singular person, also a plural person. So in that case we use only the plural verb with you. So that is why we are using the plural verb to be here, to have, that is have. This is plural verb. Have, have is the plural form of the helping verb under to have. Then we have the singular third person pronouns, that is he, she, it. So for singular third person pronoun he, she, it, and even if you have any name, somebody's name, that is proper noun, in that case also we are going to use has, has. Yes. And then for the if we are making any sentence under past tense, we will be using had with all the types of pronouns, whether it is I, whether it is you, whether it is we, they, he, she, it, or even if we are using somebody's name, we are going to use had, had, right? So here there are some examples for you so that it is the understanding is little bit clear to you. So with have, how can we use have with different kind of pronouns? That is, they have a nice apartment in Bangalore. I have a red toy car. You have a beautiful doll. We have a big farmhouse. And then has, how can we use has in our sentences? Yeah, she has a headache. My father has a vintage watch. He has not done his homework. It has 4 legs. So here I am referring to an animal, and that's why I have written it has 4 legs, right? And then had. Yes, we all know that had is used to frame sentences under past tense, right? So I had a blue pen. So I had a blue pen earlier, now I don't have. Yes, she had a good cook last year. He had a dog. We had our dinner. They had gone for a vacation. You had spoken to your mother. I hope it is clear to you. So while I'm going through this video, you can just pause the video and frame your own sentences so that you'll be able to understand the concept in a more clear and better way, right? So now we are moving to understand the verb to do. Yes. So under to do, we have do, does, and did. Yeah. So whenever we are framing sentence under present tense, and we have these pronouns, that is I, you, we, they, and plural noun, we'll be using do. Yeah, because do is the plural form of this verb to do. Do is the plural form and does is the singular form. Yes, so with he, she, it, and any singular noun, we are going to use does. Again, if we are framing sentence under past tense, so in that case we will be using did with all the kind of pronouns and nouns, right? So let us move forward. So how can we use these verbs to do in our sentences for making negative sentences? Yes, I don't like cricket. So if we break this don't, we can write it as I do not like cricket. So what I said, do is a plural form or singular form? It is plural form, and as I told you earlier, with I we always use the plural form of the verb. So here we have written I do not like cricket. So here I have written the short form, that is I don't like cricket. You don't like to eat ice cream. You don't like to eat ice cream. Yeah. They don't have a car. We don't like to watch movies. She doesn't like to eat pizza. So she is the singular pronoun, isn't it? Third person singular pronoun, and that is why we have used here does. Does not. She does not like to eat pizza, right? Then past tense. Yeah, how can we frame sentences under past tense? So what we have to use to frame sentences under past tense, and we'll be using the verbs to do. Yeah, so we have to use the verb, helping verb, that is did, right? So I did not go to school yesterday. So whenever you are using did, the next verb which will come is, it will always be in its present form, that is V1 form. Yeah, you will not use the past tense of the verb, past tense form of the verb. Most of the time I have heard people using past tense of the main verb. Yes, so past tense of the main verb will not come. Though we are speaking about the past, we will use only did as the past form of the verb, and after that whichever helping verb you're using, that should be in its present form. Yeah, so I did not go to school yesterday. Most of the time I have heard people using gone. I did not went to school yesterday. They say like this, but went is the past form. We will not use went, we will use go, right? She didn't eat her lunch. They didn't come to play. Rima didn't talk to her, right? I hope you understood. And then in questions, how we are going to frame. Yeah, so in questions we can frame it like this: do you like pizza? Does he like pizza? Don't you like to watch movies? Doesn't she work at IBM? Yeah, so these two also should contain question marks. Yeah, so I want you to write these sentences again, and when you are writing sentences under question form, you have to give question mark at the end, right? So what is the difference here with the different sentences we have used? With you we have used do, that is plural form of the verb. Yes, then does. With he we have used does, that is singular form of the verb. Again with you we are using do. Again with she we are using does. Yes, then past tense. Did you do your homework? Did they go to play? Right? So these are the various types of sentences which we can create using helping verbs. right? So the idea is to make you understand how you can frame correct sentences. And first of all, if you don't know to frame sentences, don't go to create a very complex sentences. Try to make simple sentences, right? So simple sentences will always help you to improve your English. Start with simple sentences, talk in simple sentence, and then when you are very much clear with your understanding about simple sentences and speaking simply, then gradually you can move to complex sentences, right? Yes. Okay, so here I am ending my class today. I hope you understood about how to use the auxiliary verbs. In my next class I will come with the modal verbs. Yes, so thank you for today, and please do not forget to subscribe my channel.